Welcome to the 2017 UX Awards. So glad that everyone could stay through the day, and now we get to find out who won for the 6th year running. And this is really exciting, important event for our community to be able to celebrate and support the great work that's happening. So I wanted to start for a moment and just talk briefly about our mission while I adjust my audio controls. So for those of you who've been here before, like Alex, who's been here several times, he's heard this before, but some others haven't. So we were the first awards that were actually dedicated exclusively to exceptional UX. And we were started in 2011 in New York. And we started as a coalition of local UX groups in New York. So it was IXDA and UXPA and IA Meetup of New York and NYC Chi. And we got together to try and make awards that originally was based and focused on the New York area. And then we went national, and then we went global. And so we've advanced over the last 6 awards in 7 years. And we have a certain mission that we try and accomplish with the awards, which I'll briefly go through. So we try and do basically 6 things with the awards. We want to honor the best work in the industry, reflect our community and the folks who are in the community, showcase that work so people can see it and understand it and see the process behind it, define and evolve the craft so we can help all of us advance in our work, and inspire and evangelize new folks as well as others to up their game, as well as show the impact that our work has both on businesses as well as society at large. And that's because we believe that UX is actually a force for positive change. And we can influence change by thinking about our users and doing proper user-centered design to try and help solve their problems and meet their goals. And by doing that, we are benefiting. So now in 2017, we are in a very different place than we were when we started in 2011. When we started, people really didn't know what UX was, especially on the East Coast in New York. For those of us who were in the digital agencies, it was a little bit of a struggle to get our seat at the table. And now things have really changed. And UX is really an integral part of every major technology team and company. So we've really, we now have a seat at the table, and people know generally what UX is. We may have semantic debates like we have had today and like the judges had about what that means. But definitely we're in a different place than we were 7 years ago. So we in this room are all vanguards of this new movement. I call this movement functional design. It was inspired by the last 10 years digital transformation, but with iPhone, Android, and many other devices, where now consumers expect a much higher level of design in everything that they encounter than they used to, whether it's enterprise or consumer. And so we're in a very different place now with even just consumer sentiment and understanding. And we're all vanguards of that, and we contributed to that, and we continue to evolve the industry. So we need to all go from good to great, which is why we're here, so we can up our game even further. So without further ado, I want to talk about what we're going to do tonight. And it's going to start with our evaluation process, and then we'll talk about what the judges looked at, and then we'll go straight into the awards. But before I do that, I'd like to introduce some folks that were involved in the event. And that includes Scott here, who has been involved in the awards since the very beginning and is going to be co-host this evening. So he's going to be I won't be the only person on the mic tonight, thankfully. So he's been involved since the very beginning. And Todd has also been involved for many years, and many of you met Todd earlier tonight. You can see there's some other folks up here. Janaki needed to be in Latin America, so she couldn't be here, but we're all in this room because of Janaki. And Phil starts a new job tomorrow at McKinsey, so he couldn't be here. So kudos to him, but that's how come you don't see him here up here. So couldn't do this without these folks.